We all hanker for peace. Peace is not the absence of violence, but the presence of love. Peace cannot be reckoned as a state of mind in which we have so many turmoils and turbulence, but externally we look calm and quiet. One could be calm, one could be quiet, but still the silence may be missing. Silence is not the absence of words, it is the absence of thoughts. When there is no thought, when the mind becomes tranquil, when we attain a state of no mind, something beautiful blossoms in us, and that is peace. That peace is seldom realized by the people. We are all in a rat race. We run constantly for something or other. When we achieve something, the mind doesn't rest. It goes for the next accomplishment. Ambition kills our inner peace. There is no such thing as overvaulting ambition. The very ambition itself is overvaulting. Ambition makes us to remain in future and we miss the present moment. Peace belongs to the present moment. The world has advanced so much in science. We have invented so many gadgets which have made our life comfortable. What was considered luxury at one point of time has become necessity now. The purchasing power has got enhanced. The standard of living has got enriched. People live in plethora of wealth. We don't have much deaths due to famine or hunger. But we have something missing in us. The people feel that they have lost something in accomplishing all these things. When they sleep, they are not able to get enough slumber. The developed countries, which have got so much of wealth and so many resources, spend too much of money in acquiring the sleeping pills. People suffer from insomnia, whereas the people who do not have even 2 square meals are able to sleep peacefully. Wealth has not given us guarantee for a peaceful life. Science has not given us guarantee for a comfortable life. It has provided us material comforts. It has given us a lot of luxuries. People need not have to slog physically. We have machines at our disposal. But unfortunately, we find something in us which really makes us bothered. We have an inner chaos which is equally dangerous like the outer chaos. We are not able to sit silently even for a single minute. When we stop for a minute and try to focus our mind on something, we are distracted by so many things and we feel highly miserable. We all think that something terrible is going to happen. The trust is missing. Even now, we have places where there are no doors. No one steals in those places which do not have doors in their houses. But we have so many securities before our house, but still we feel insecure for want of peace. And how to achieve this peace is the basic question today. Could peace be ensured by a powerful army? Could peace be ensured by having enough resources at our disposal? Could we have peace by having enough bank balance we know that all these things will provide more and more insecurities. What we consider as security is basically an insecurity. Peace do not come from external accomplishments. It comes by virtue of the inner blossoming. And how to achieve that inner blossoming? How to ensure that we trust each other? If we do not love, then we can never have the inner peace. With envy, greed, gluttony, wrath, and sloth, we will never be able to achieve that inner peace. Love is possible only when we go beyond the logic. Love is possible only when we go beyond the language. Love is possible only when we transcend the barriers artificially imposed by the humanity. We all belong to one race. There is no such concept of race. Science has proved that all of us are made out of the same material. We all evolved from the same proto-human being. Evidences are available in plenty to say that a woman in Africa was our great-great-great-grandmother. But still, we fight on the basis of race, color, religion, and community. Unless we understand that this world cannot be united by arms or ammunition, we can never realize peace. Peace is possible only by realizing love, and that love is not towards one human being. When you have love towards one human being, then it becomes affection. It becomes self-centered. Sometimes it may even become possessiveness. People have killed their own spouses out of possessiveness. Evidences are there in literature. Desdemona was killed by Othello out of mere possessiveness and envy. Envy leads to suspicion. Possessiveness leads to suspicion. We cannot have possessiveness if you truly love a human being. Love reaches its zenith in the form of compassion. Compassion transcends all the boundaries. You can love a tree, you can love a squirrel, you can love an animal, you can love a person who is not known to you. You can bestow your love even on a stranger. There is no need for any basis. In love, still you have the ego, but in compassion, the ego dissolves totally. You become like a hollow bamboo. Nothing will be present inside, and the divine melody will be flowing out of you, and that becomes a beautiful music. So, peace is possible only when we shed our ambition. Ambition is dangerous. Ambition makes us to live in future, and we crave for all the things that we come across in our life. We always aim for the better things in our life. We will never be satisfied. Mind becomes greedy. Mind becomes a begging bowl, and that is called ambition. Today we teach our children to become ambitious. We do not teach them to become compassionate. The moment compassion dawns on a human being, his radiance will be totally different. Something beautiful will glow in his eyes. Anyone who comes across him will feel absolutely blissful and peaceful. I am reminded of a small anecdote. Tilopa gave a beautiful song, Mahamudra. Tilopa had a disciple, Marapa. Marapa had a disciple, Narapa. Narapa had a disciple called Milarepa. And that Milarepa wanted to take revenge on a person who was responsible for killing his father. At one point of time, he realized this revenge is not going to be helpful in any way. Then he became highly compassionate, started meditating, started loving every human being he came across. One day, he was sitting in his ashram. There was a hunter who was chasing a deer with his hound. The deer ran and finally went into the ashram of Milarepa. When it went there, it found absolute bliss and peace, and it rested there. When the hound came in search of the deer, it was not able to pounce on the deer. It also found something blissful and peaceful and sat there. After some time, the hunter came in search of the hound, and he also became absolutely blissful and peaceful. The entire environment was surcharged with love and compassion. They all become silent. Compassion has no language. Silence is the language of compassion. Unless we silence our souls, we can never attain the peace. Brahma Kumaris are doing a tremendous service by transmitting the message of peace. Their entire motto is based on peace. They greet each other with peace, and that peace is to be taught to the youth. If the present generation of youth become peaceful, then there won't be any need for them to take medicines. Mind requires medicines only when there is inner turbulence. When mind becomes absolutely peaceful and silent, then it can become at most productive. Then there will not be any cutthroat competition. Competition comes only when you want to prove yourself to the others. A peaceful person is absolutely blissful without doing anything else. On his own, is very happy. He doesn't require external accomplishments to achieve that happiness. And that inner peace is being taught by Brahma Kumaris. I appreciate the efforts of Brahma Kumaris to take this message to the present generation of the youth. I am sure that the youth will take this message with a positive spirit and try to adhere to it with all sincerity and dedication. Thank you very much.